Hello everyone! Welcome, welcome. Look at this fanciness. This is BTOP, if you don't know. It's a wonderful little program, and there's even a Windows fork, so shouts out to them. It is free and open source. If you look it up, I really recommend it. We are live. This is awesome. Let me make sure I'm live. Okay, I'm live. Close that now. And we got stuff to do today. We're doing OS dev. I should probably change the title of the stream or whatever. Oh god. Yep, that thing. Hey, Sir what's up? Yeah, the title of the stream's fine. We're good. Everything is fine. Sir says B-Top Pog. Yeah. It's very nice. This is B-Top for Win, the Windows version. It's very nice. I do not mind it one bit. What are we doing? Let's open up Emacs. No, let's make our announcement. That's probably the first thing I should do. How about that? Oh yeah. That's where we are. OS Dev BB. Also, we have some emotes now, some custom emotes in the server that you may notice in the Discord. They're very nice. Yeah, okay. We have made our announcement. We are live, officially, and we can get into it. Today we're going to be doing OS dev. So we are going to be not adding a remote to somebody else's fork and then merging from it locally and then dealing with the consequences. What we're going to do is, oh, RPWH, yeehaw! RPWH, what's up? How's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in. Sir Aid, you too. Thank you for tuning in. It's so good to have y'all. But sorry, it says Lamau. But yeah, what we are going to do is merge a pull request. Kazanis says, yo, sup? What's up, Kazanis? How's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in. It is great to see you. But yeah, I'd say we should get right into it. Plump. We have a pull request for Lenser OS. How dope is that? And yeah, how about that? How about that? Kazanis says, how is your language going? Which one? No, I'm joking. It's going really good. Thank you for asking. I actually have this thing open, so Lightly Linguistics. You can see it's going pretty good. This is still incorrect, but I have a whole dictionary too as well. Which is, it's going nice here. I can open this in Emacs. So I have all these words starting to build up. I'm getting a little bit of a lexicon. It's going really well, I would say. I really like these dictionaries too. I feel like they could be better, but they're not bad. Kazanis says, if you would like to participate in some scientific open source development, I am open to that. You seem like you have mad skills. I don't know what that means. I know what mad skills means. What is scientific open source development? Negvorsa says, hi everyone. How's it going, Negvorsa? How are you? How are you doing, RPWH, Kazanis? How's everybody doing? We should get into the pull request. All right, this pull request is made by Sir Aid. Sir Aid says, you know, if you want a dictionary that looks nice when printed, I have some latex for that from when I typeset a book for EGMA. No, I got it. Thank you so much, Sir Aid. If I'm gonna print it on paper, I'll probably do like a 2-column thing where there's 2 columns on each page, and then basically just a word in bold followed by pronunciation and then the different meanings. I really appreciate that, Sarid, though. I like typesetting so much, though. I have a lot of fun doing it. Kasanis says, it would be like creating some software used for research. Crazy. I don't know if I'm that smart. I have a hard time grasping graph theory. I don't know if I'm going to be that helpful in, like, biology. Biology's complicated me. Or just math in general. I'm sure what needs researched is very complicated. A lot of stuff has been researched. Sarade says, yeah, the one I made uses 2 columns and stuff like that. Also, I recommend just looking at the files changed. Oh, that's a better idea. The comments are not going to make much sense otherwise. You got it. It's a little bit harder to select a range in Codeberg, so I wish they made it easier to make a comment across a range. But Costonis says, you say it's complicated while implementing your own programming language, Kappa. It really is not. Possibly. Sarade says, yeah, I've noticed. Yeah. I wonder if you can... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any way. See, lines, it says lines 1. So there's definitely a way to select multiple lines. It's just, I don't know it. Nope. We'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll update Codeberg as we go. Castanis says, look at this, for example, with a link to GitHub. I'll click on a link to GitHub. What do we got? SC2 info extractor Go. It's in Go, which I don't really know. This is very complicated already. What's main.go? Oh, Christ. This is basically a compiler. It is a tool based on an existing library. I see. Craziness. It looks very complicated. I'm just gonna say. Sarade says the PR description more or less summarizes what changed, by the way. Okay, I went away before I read it. That's a good point. This PR adds standard I/O, properly handling of constructors, destructors, the beginnings of C++ standard lib, a CMake target, the beginnings of a C++ standard lib. I never thought I'd see that in a PR. A CMake target to copy libc headers to the sys root, a CMake flag to build libc for the native host, a better syscall interface for C and C++, support for native syscalls. You say native, but that doesn't mean anything. This should say Linux syscalls. It's fine though, it's a comment. It doesn't matter. malloc using a simple bump allocator, and the implementation of various other functions. I can't wait to implement some crazy allocators. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Okay, files changed. Git ignore, that's fine. You don't ignore .c, we're good. Sarade says native because my native system is Linux. Well, my native system is Lenser OS, baby. No, it's Windows, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. CMake lists. We have this new, instead of using the cross compiler always, we say if not lenser/os libc build host. Then use the cross compiler. Else building lenser libc on host. It's a little weird to have the not, but it's fine. I understand why. Target compile feature C public CXX standard 17. That's awesome. This is just the language itself. It's not actually the standard library 17. Kazana says, okay, gotta go, working on some transcripts from interviews for a research article. Not like this. Lamau. Sarade says, at least C++ 17 is what that means. Language, not standard lib. That's what I figured. It's confusing because of the standard. But yeah, we have init.cpp, which probably calls the seeders and deters like you were talking about. Target compile options. Lots of compile options. That's fine. Those are private. These are public, so all of these will be... Yep. Should we put if building for Linux here? Or if building for, Linux? For libc host, for native? Because if we... Sarade says no. But then we need standard includes. I'm confused. Otherwise it won't include system headers. I'm very confused. Right? Because LensorOS, the sys root is actually LensorOS, so it's like the system headers are the LensorOS libc. It's not supposed to include system headers. Not on Linux, but there's no if Linux around this. This is in LensorOS as well. So if you're compiling a program for LensorOS, it wouldn't include the standard lib. I think it still works, question mark? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know why it would still work. Maybe we're doing something in the patch that makes it so libc's always included. I'm not sure about that though. RIP. Okay, so there's something to think about. I should just add you as a remote again and merge your changes locally. Plus, then I could commit them and it'd all look like I did it. LensorOS libc build host -g-o0 force debug now for now when compiling natively. That's fine. I don't think that's ever going to be an issue. We have an install libc target. That's nice. I just wrote a shell script for this, didn't I? It was like install.sh. Or it was sysroot.sh, wasn't it? But fno stack protector and fno exceptions must definitely be public. Yes, you are correct. That's proper. These are supposed to be there. This installs libc.a in the headers. Nice. Yeah, I think that sysroot.sh did that. Does that, I should say. So this is nice to also have a CMake target. Is this in the kernel CMake, by the way? What is this in? The libc CMake. Okay. Assert. That's good. Called by assert. Called by libc assert. Perfect. Very fancy. It's gonna look nice. More assert. Constructors and destructors. So we actually have to call the global constructors in libc. Otherwise, they're never called, and that causes a bunch of issues, it seems like. This says global constructor to destructor order. Curious to see the implementation. Why is my mouse? Okay, there we go. RPWH says, where did you learn about OS dev? Seems like something that's difficult to dip your toes into. I watched Serenity OS, Andreas Kling. I watched him for a while. And then I just literally found every video I could watch on YouTube, and I watched like every tutorial on OS development. And then you kind of start to understand the basic structure. And I watched a bunch of talks from like Andrew Tenenbaum, and you know, I just Googled. I DuckDuckGo'd. I did everything I could. OS Dev website is a great place to start. This place right here, I just linked it in chat. It's really good. I think there's a dark mode, but I don't know why it's not activated. Anyway, it's really great. They have literally everything. They have x86, a little bit on ARM, if you want to get into that, and all the stuff like how to deal with interrupts. I can't get interrupts working. They have just an introduction and getting started, stuff like this. Anyway, that would be good. So it says, CUDATORS defines in what order the CUDATORS are called. Those macros are used in the definitions of the CUDATORS in an attribute. That's necessary, for instance, to ensure that malloc is initialized before std.io, because initializing standard IO requires malloc. Nice. So it's like a precedence thing. Cool, so we have to do malloc first, then standard IO. Crazy. CUDATORS. We get into all of standard IO, so we have filestruct.h, which is a lot of... Also, could these type defs be broken by preprocessor definitions? I'm curious. Should we use preprocessor definitions? I'm just curious. Sorry, it says nope. Okay, cool then. Oh, because it's undefined behavior because they're type names, right? Built-in type names. They start with an underscore plus capital letter. These do. I was talking about these. Because these would change if you defined it before including libc, right? Like int size t and uint16t. That may just be undefined behavior, though. Those are reserved identifiers, I'm pretty sure. Nice, so it's UB. We don't have to worry about it. Recursive mutex because flock file is a thing. Jesus Christ. flock file sucks. We're never going to use it either. We can do size t though. I'll check that later. Nice. Underscore underscore size t, that is, he says. Algorithm. Bunch of standard stuff. I'm fine with it. What is new implemented as? Just malloc. Nice. We have the same thing in the we have the exact same thing in the kernel. It's really funny. Like we can just go look. We're gonna go look. You ready? Wait for it. When it loads, it's like clanged crashed and just halting it. That's probably what's going on. It's always clanged. No, it's not clanged. It's just out. Emacs just said no. Like, nah, not today. Alright, we'll come back to you, Emacs. Yeah, it's just gone. F. Well, that's a fat rib. I guess we just, yoink that then. Yeah, it's literally just not responding, Lamau. Let's open a new Emacs. We can take a look at it later. Yeah. We have type traits, which are compile time, true and false, convert a bool to true type, false type, select true or false, select true if cond is true, otherwise else. Basically a bunch of const expert wrappers, right? That's what this is. Oh, and type checking. Is name same, is reference, is integral, is floating point, remove reference, remove const. I like it. Temp wrappers, but yeah. What are TMP? Is it just temporary? What is TMP? Template wrappers. Is that what you mean? Is TMP template? Template metaprogramming. There you go. Yeah, that. Okay, I'm sure you did great on a very simple standard pair. New, looks good, mutex, atomic, algorithm. File struct, yes. Decals, yes. Okay. That way I don't lose track of where I am. String intrinsics. Ooh, pragmas. I wonder what that's for. Decals.h just has a bunch of macros that are used all over the place. I figured. Oh man, first time chat. Oh man. Anaruganand. Anaruganand? Sure. Anaruganand 789 says, I really like your work, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I don't feel like it's very much work at all, so I appreciate that. Nice. Very nice. We have our libc calling cedars and deters now. That's a good sign. And Aruganan789 says, I am not first time. I've been to your stream. I'm just not regular. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Twitch gave me the whole thing. Look. You see it? First time chat. I'm sorry. I did feel like I remembered your name, but I feel like that for a lot of people. Surraid says, once we're confident that everything is correct, we can also add pragma GCC system header. That suppresses all warnings. Ooh, nice. Just put that in decals. Are pragmas file local? Define airno as a macro. That's fine. And then we have airno location, which is a pointer. Where's airno stored? Is it in standard lib.cpp? I'm pretty sure at least that pragma is file local. Well, rip. Airno is in standard lib.cpp. Nice, okay. We have init.cpp, which has our constructors, destructors. Very cool. So when we call libc run main, we basically say call libc init first, which goes through this pre-init array start to pre-init array end and calls all of these function pointers within this array, which is just void pointers. Very cool. Not void pointers, void returning function pointer. And then we have init array, and then at the end we have destructors with the finish array. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, standard def. And define null, decal type null putter t. Else define null. Type def wchar type wchar t. Oh no. Maybe we just ignore wchars. Type def putter diff type. Size type. Wchar type. That's removed. In favor of define offset of. We have wchar type. We don't have pointer diff or size type here anymore. Oh, they're here. Okay. wchar t was already there, huh? You added that, not me. Damn. I just moved things around. That's expected. That's expected. Type def long. Oh, type def struct. Max align t. Long underscore long attribute aligned align of long. Huh. That's a magic one. Sir Aid says Git is just confused. I wish they could show moving things around easier. That'd be nice. But yeah, you just move wchar type up to here. The only purpose of that type is so you can do align of max align t to get the biggest possible alignment on a platform. Oh, nice. Malik needs that. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. You have a size t enum. That's fine. That's fine. We have our file implementation from above. We have buffering mode, no buffer, line buffering, and full buffering. Great comments, by the way. I like this file organization. It's very beautiful. Very readable code. Stream has ungotten. Oh, for unget character. Nice. Stream may unget. I love my section comments. So sorry. They are great. They are great. Stream right buffer. Malloc buffer size, offset 0. Should we? I guess we don't have to worry about it because we're never going to actually flush the buffer unless we write to it. And it needs flushed. To do, only allocate a read buffer if the stream is open for reading or writing. We don't have to worry about that. We'll get there. Okay, file modes are just suggestions. Okay? Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm gonna drink some water. Stay hydrated, homies. Sir Haid says, I mean, libc can still have file modes even if the kernel doesn't, lol. That's the thing, the kernel will support file permissions. It's just gonna be a long time. What is stream flush? Is this a forward declaration for here? Where's stream flush? Somewhere here, I'm sure. There it is. In writing, nice. Stream flush. Write buffer offset equals 0, return true. So offset must be how much we've written so far. write the data. Nice, so flush up until the offset. Check for errors. Clear the buffer by setting offset to 0. Nice. Very nice. Set the buffering mode of a stream. Okay. I'm going to assume you did this right. We never used the... Wait. So bool stream set buffering. Flush the stream, set the buffer. We don't free the buffer here because the read buffer may be non-empty and we don't want to lose the data. That's fair. Line buffered and fully buffered. Push, ignore, warning, W conversion. Okay. File buffering equals buffering. Size is only supposed to be a hint. If buffer is null pointer, so we should ignore it if it's too small. I like it. We never use the buffer that the user provided because that would be too much of a hassle. It's legal to do so because the standard specifies that the contents of the user supplied buffer are implementation defined, so we can just choose to not use them. The standard doesn't say that we are not allowed to allocate memory for the buffer ourselves. So when would a user put a buffer in? So we just basically copy from the user buffer into the libc buffer, right? We've already flushed it. Realloc the read buffer. Buffer is read data. So it says that function implements set vbuff. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we basically just ignore the user buffer and create our own. And extend. That's very cool. I like mextend. This is a LenderOS extension, right? It's very nice. Check if the stream is open for writing. No need. Okay? No need. No, I'm just joking. We should do that. We should do that. C interface. Ah, yes. Stood in, stood out, and stdr. Stood out equals stream create, open file, standard in equals standard error equals standard out. These should be separate streams eventually. Yeah, probably sooner rather than later. But I guess that would require more than one file to be opened by the kernel for each process. Because currently, processes are launched from the kernel. How about that? How about that? Here's where CUDA standard IO is used to set the CUDA priority. Oh, nice. Flush the streams on exit. Nice, so this will be destroyed first, before malloc. I like it. I like it. And this will be created after malloc. Very cool. Very cool. Operations on files. Remove, rename, temp file, temp name. File access. Is this POSIX numbers? File access functions. Fclose, Flush, Fopen. What is close? Stream delete. Do not lock the stream here. Yeah, that'd be a big deal. Flush all streams if stream is null putter. Otherwise, just lock the stream and flush it. Open a file name. Allocate a new file and buffer. Parse mode and set the right flags. Is that... I wonder if that's what open does. Are these to-dos old? Or is this just a file descriptor? That's what stream create does. That first to-do is nonsense. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is an old to-do. We're already allocating a file now. Yee. If FD is less than 0, return null putter. That would definitely be an issue. Is FD signed? Let's hope so. Free open. Yeah, screw free open. Reassociate. Oh my. FD is an int. Nice. That's fine. That is fine. Formatted input output. Ah, yes. The classics. Are these actually implemented? Are they? I'd be surprised. Okay, I was like, okay, they are not. I'm happy that you did not choose to do that. That'd be so much. Like 2,000 more lines for VF scanf and printf. Saraid says yet, eyes. The subliminal messaging didn't work. It was a little too overt. Oh. No, I can do it. It really doesn't matter. I kind of like writing little character-based parsers and stuff. F getsy, F gets, F putsy, F puts, getsy, get char, putsy, put char, puts, ungetsy. Oh god. All of this is looking pretty good. Not pretty good. Perfect. They all do exactly what they should. Rewind is a thing? That must be POSIX. It must be POSIX. Rewind is cool. I could have used that in a few situations. Sraid says nope. That's standard libc stuff. Rewind is standard C. That's crazy. I've never heard of it. Error handling functions. P error, F error, fioff. Good enough. C term ID. That's right. POSIX extensions. Nice. Here's all the POSIX stuff. Sraid says that's the C standard number. Nice. That makes sense. Okie doke, okie doke. Standard IO.h got some improvements. The standard requires these to be macros. Nice. Interesting. That's a confusing one. We use underscores everywhere, it looks like. I'm pretty sure everything stayed the same. C term ID, dprintf, dopen, flock file, drive file, seco, memopen, fdello, getc unlocked, getchar unlocked, putc unlocked, putchar unlocked. I'm excited for doing POSIX networking. Standard lib implementation, nice. Standardlib.cpp. This must be thread local. Oh yes, yes it must be. I've added restrict where applicable and underscores everywhere. What does restrict do? But yeah, apart from that, it's mostly the same. Nice. 1 million bytes. Nice, so we just do a static allocation of a megabyte for malloc right now. That's fine. Restrict disables pointer aliasing. What is pointer aliasing? What? One location in memory with more than one name. So it'd be like 2 pointers passed to it must be distinct. Yeah, okay. 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 Basically, by default, 2 different pointers can refer to the same location. So restrict makes it so that they're different. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Oh man. It's a bump allocator. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Nice, okay. Yeah. It's basically the same thing we have in the kernel right now. Realloc implementation. Oh my. Oh my. This is a lot. Sraid says the confusing part is that we need to allocate headers for malloc, but of course we can't use malloc to allocate the headers, lol. Exactly. I know what you mean. It's a little, it's confusing. Like, to store something on the heap, you need to store the metadata for the thing on the heap, and to do that, you kind of need your own heap. Init. Nice. Malloc init. Well, that's a cool idea. We could check for memory leaks in malloc destructor. That'd be cool. So we could basically have valgrind memcheck built into our libc. That's kind of dope. so that when a person exits a program and it leaks memory, it could just say it. It could print it to standard error or something. I like that. Because then, for tests to pass, you have to fix memory leaks. Nice. Right assertion failed, the standard out. This is all assert stuff. This is malloc here. Also, underscore exit. Call at quick exit handlers. That's a good idea. Round up to maximum alignment. That's fine. What is that going to be, like 16 most of the time? Suraid says that comment is wrong. This at quick exit. At quick exit handler should only be called in quick exit. Exit just exits. Okay. I had to do it. I had to do it. Okay, this is malloc. It's looking good. Find a free block. To do, use a better algorithm, Lamau. It's not too bad. It's not the best, but it's not too bad. Basically, we find our free block, and if we found it, then we just insert it, what we need there. Should probably... So the block is of size bytes. Nice. Sorry, it says libc exit is in init.cpp if you're wondering. It calls global destructors before exiting. Otherwise, streams won't get flushed if you call exit. Nice, that's true. Allocate memory for the block. Add the block to the allocated list. Nice. Return the pointer to the allocated memory. And we have calloc, which just mem sets to 0 after doing a malloc. And then mextend, which realloc impl false and realloc impl true. Interesting. So realloc probably takes in either a number that makes it bigger or not. I think I remember talking about that last night. I was tired. Extension. Unsigned char temp in mem move. What extension means that this is only... Why do we need extension? Realloc impl takes a bool template parameter. Yes. Extension means it ignores pedantic warnings. Nice. Just for variadic length. Variable length arrays, that's what it is, VLAs. Prefetch has some condition checking better. We now have Linux syscalls as well, which is pretty funny. We're gonna have to get creative here in the syscall handler if you truthfully want to handle Linux, because we're gonna have syscalls in LensOS that don't exist in Linux, and vice versa. That weird thing you saw in prefetch is explained in assert. Yeah, it has to do with, like, the condition is only checked once or something. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That way we don't read this P twice, this memory. We just read the local stack variable of this 1 or 0. Syscall argument registers for LensOS and for Linux now, because we have like the libc running on Linux as well, which I think is hilarious. Define syscall. Number args, blah, blah, blah. Define syscall args. Wow. Oh, wow. It's there so pedantic warnings aren't swallowed. Okay. I was wrong. Pedantic warnings aren't swallowed. At runtime? What? Or maybe at compile time, that would make sense. So when it's compiling and linking with libc, it would swallow pedantic errors. You only went up to 3. I like it. It's fine. R1, R2, R3. So those are the defined here. That's used here. Oh, Lord. You did some macros. Nice. I like the undef. C interface. Bunch of syscalls. That's fine. Looks good to me. I don't know what that is, but I don't mind. MM prefetch and assert are implemented using a statement expression, which is an extension, so the compiler would issue a pedantic warning if extension wasn't used, but we don't want to disable any pedantic warnings that would be raised by the expression in the assert. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So extension would disable all warnings, but you want pedantic warnings to get through, just not of the code you're writing right here, but the code that has been written, you want it to. I like it. I like it. It's complicated, but I like it. So the user basically still gets pedantic warnings, but the libc has them disabled, or the libc section. So we do this hack that evaluates the size of the expression to check for pedantic warnings. Extension disables pedantic warnings. Nice. Yes. Yes, yes. Very cool. CMake lists. Oh, for tests. So we have tests. Isn't there ctest? Is that a thing? Do we use ctest? I guess I didn't look at the original CMake lists. Fix me. Close should return an int. What does it return? I guess fclose can fail, but does it ever? Sir Aid says, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Let me, I gotta do it. I'm pretty sure. I could just be making stuff up, so I gotta look. Yeah. ctest. Run tests. Build in test mode. Yeah. Basically, you can have tests built into CMake, and you can run them with certain things. So it says, interesting, I'll take a look at that. Saraid says, close can fail. Not that you should ever care about that, Lamau. Build the tests. But yeah, it's definitely something to look into so that we could run the tests in a more unified fashion, I would say. And there's a lot of cool things you can do, like build and test. You can use different build generators to test different generators to if they work. So you can test like MSVC and Ninja and make files. Specify directory to run programs from. Run the build without running CMake first. I think it's nice. The test timeout, the time limit in seconds, test command. It's definitely interesting. I've never done it before, but it's worth it. I think it'd be a good way to handle tests. I also want to use cpack and make installers, but I'm not smart enough to handle cpack. There's not enough documentation. This is literally it. And it's like, oh yeah, just use it, you know, in the cpack generators manual. And then you look at this and you're like, oh, okay. You're like, well, what do I understand? I know Sigwin's probably Windows. Archive, that's probably just a archive. Mr. Mugame says, lens, my eyes. What? Are you mad about the switching? Epilepsy warning. Is this better, Mr. Mugame? Lamau. Oh, I'm such an asshole. I'm sorry. Saraid says classic CMake docs. Yeah. How's it going, Mr. Mugame? What's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. I like our puts test. That's fine. Syscall is now templated. I like it. I like it. I understand now. So we're making a syscall of size t versus int. Right now we have one test. Yes. What are we doing? It has a defaulted template parameter. I don't know what that means, to be honest. The default is uint_t. That's just the return type. Oh. Okay. I've never seen the return type of a function be a template parameter. If you specify no template parameter, then it's uint_t. That's incredible. I've never seen this little syntax. This is cool. I like it. I like it. Standard max also does that, for instance. Nice. I've never used it. Check return value and set error no. I don't think sysclose returns anything. Unless the VFS returns something. I don't even know. If def lenser else blah blah blah. Includes studio. Puts message. Well, oh, for a second I was like, wait, you're missing the new line, but it's puts. So puts adds a /n. Saraid says close does have a return value in POSIX. Saraid says this is just because it's shorter than a cast. Well, technically it's the same amount of characters. It's shorter than a static cast, though. Lit. Very cool. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you. Very cool. Let me just make sure all these names are great. Was user stood out. Use puts. Nice. That's what that was. Well, here's the thing. We have this warning. This branch is out of date with the base branch. Now on GitHub, there's a little button that comes with this. Saraid says you should try running the test. It works on Linux at least. Yo, this is Windows. It will not work. I promise. I don't think int OX80 is supported in Windows. Somehow. It's probably like shut down computer. You're just trying to get me. I'm just being memed. I'm gonna open my my drink. Sorry if that was loud. It uses syscall on Linux, but fair enough, lol. Syscall on Linux makes an OX80, so. Oh, so it could use syscall, the Windows libc syscall. Sorry, it says you can test it in WSL. Time to build GCC again. Lamau. But that would mean I have to clone this and like use a whole other tool chain. I think we can just go for it, right? These changes are something that's needed, right? It's not like none of this is like just for fun. This is all just libc stuff that's required. So I'm pretty sure. Saraid says, yeah, I know, but still. Okay, here's what we're gonna do then. Are you ready for some Git magic? I hope you are ready for some Git magic. Also, what were we gonna look at? Weren't we gonna look at something in the kernel? I think it was memory.h. What is it? Oh, it was heap. It was heap. It was the heap. That's what it was. Operator new. Yeah. Here it is. I really gotta get the Windows cross. Ooh, that's something I can... Okay, hold on. I'm leaving you guys in Emacs for a second. I gotta look at something. I'm basically just gonna check if I can copy a Windows cross toolchain and start using it. Okay, I'm just... So I have... Here, this is fine. I have this WinCross in my C drive. I'm gonna just copy it over and see what the fuck happens. I've never done this, I don't think. I've always just built the tool chain. How about we have WinCross? Oh, it's 4 gigabytes. Jesus Christ. Good thing it's from my SSD. Look at those speeds, by the way. Look at those speeds. I love it. Okay, we now have WinCross. You wanna try it, folks? Oh, no, okay, we're fine, we're fine. Don't look, don't look. You didn't see anything. Nobody saw a thing. Okay. Fuck. Okay, so we're gonna do cmake -g ninja -b kernel/build -s. No, I did that backwards. -s kernel -b kernel/winja. Look at that. -b, what is it? Hide uart color codes equals off. Is that right? Oh, pog. Pog. Oh, pog. Yeah. Okay. That's a pog jump right there. Fuck yeah. Hopefully it works, but still. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Yes. I don't have to do a 2-step. I can do a 1-step. Oh, that's nice. Kernel built. Hard drive created. QEMU launched. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. Okay. Very cool. This is the OS, by the way. Hello. Okay. What are we doing? What was I just doing? Okay, I'm doing some git magic, right? Also, yeah, here's operator new and delete. Lamal. Also, this is why I wanted to do that. Now, no, don't do that. Don't be dumb. I am dumb, so it's a rough one for me. Okay, now egglet. Okay, hold on, I gotta go up one. Hey, okay, I think I did it. Yeah, language server is up and running now. I'm gonna turn on global company mode. Okay, so now if I did like grend, oh, pog. That's pog. Language server up and running. That's pretty sweet. Okay, that worked. So pro tip, you only have to build it once. Just copy the exec. Ooh, I should just release these, like an archive of this. I should just release WinCross as like an archive for 12.1.0. As yeah, I'll just make a whole new Lenser OS release. I think I've already done one. I'll just do another. Who cares? Anyway, we're in the kernel, and I think here's the thing. Here's what I can do. Here's what I know I can do. I can add a remote to Sir Aid's pull request branch. And then I can pull, I cannot pull from it, but I can fetch. And I can have this branch local. And then I can merge this branch locally into the main branch, and then test if it works like that. Or I can just merge it into the main branch and just hope that everything's fine. Because everything's fine. There's no merge conflicts. I already tested. Clone my repo, copy the files, and commit them yourself. I mean, that's literally what I just talked about. So I would add you as a remote. Here, look, I'll show you. Look, I'm going to add you as a remote. This is Sir Aid. What is it? What's your name? Is it 2 R's? Do you know? You can always rebase if something goes wrong. Lamau. I don't want to copy them myself because it's your work. Or commit them myself. Sir Aid says let me check. Well, I already did it. Yeah, it worked. See, so your Sir Aid main branch is down here. So I think if you went to your main branch and fast forwarded it to here, it would no longer be out of date because your dev branch is a branch from your main branch, and your dev branch would be fast forwarded. But you don't have to do this because there's actually no merge conflicts here, and I can prove that by doing something crazy. Are you ready? This is gonna scare everybody, but are you ready? I'm gonna break things. So I just go to Git, right? I'm in Maggot, and what I'd like to do is a merge. And I'm going to do a local merge, right? And basically what we're going to do is just merge siraid dev into main. So this is what would happen if we were to press this button. You ready? You ready? A. It worked. And then you can see we have these 13 commits unmerged. This is the same as doing a create merge commit, by the way, just because that's what default is. Now this would scare most people, because now how do I get back to where I was, right? But luckily, if you know a little bit of Git, it's just fine. There's this thing called reset, which is scary sounding. And there's a lot of different options, as you can see. There's mixed, soft, hard, keep, index, and work tree. And here's the cool part. Are you ready for the soft reset to origin main? There we go. We are back at origin main as our head. That's our most recent commit. But now we have all the changes from siraid's branch as our local working directory, or working index, that's what it's called. That also yeets the changes. What changes? Oh, like any changes that were here before? There were none. You're correct, though. We would have stashed them. See, I already did that earlier. But the thing is, I already did this. The changes that I made already committed from a different version of the repo. Siraid says git reset hard head is something I run all the time. I meant git reset hard head. Oh, nice, nice. You right. But yeah, this keeps all the changes so that, for example, you could steal somebody else's branch and make a pull request yourself. Or you can just test them out on your local machine, because now all these changes are made. So when I go back here and do this thing, I don't think anything's going to change because it's just going to build boot media and run QEMU. I think I'd actually have to build libc, like from scratch, which is a whole thing. So I'm pretty sure I should build libc, and I just have to go do that then. So cd user libc. Okay, here's libc, and then we can do -s ninja -s. Hey, look, I've done this before. Lamau. That's hilarious. -s dot, so -b winja. Whoop. User libc ninja does not exist. Oh, -g, not -s. My B. I love this. So now we can just say build winja. See, what did this do? Why'd cmd exe get run? I'm sus. Oh, because it's copying directories. I was like, wait a second. It copied the headers. Nice. Depends on C. Did I just add this on accident? Was this here? Depends C. Oh, this is libc. I'm like, wait, what? You know when you accidentally type a letter instead of hit a key command? I'm sure you don't if you use Vim. But if you use Emacs, if you're not holding control and you accidentally press like Q or N or something, you can leave little bits around the file and not realize it. And then you're in your git diff, you're like, why is there a Q there? And it becomes a whole thing. Anyway. I should just try and build it locally. Apparently we already copied all the headers. And the lib. So this should be libc.a installed. Hold on, I gotta figure out what it just did. I lost track. Root lib. So libc.a got updated, but these didn't. CRT0, CRTI, and CRTN. Are these now part of the libc? Wait. Do we not need these anymore? They're part of libc. So we don't need these anymore. Suspicion. Which means in base, we can get rid of these. Also, we should update base if you haven't. I know we, if you still want to update the pull request, you could update this base libc and delete these if we actually don't need them. Sorry, it says, nope, they're just linked in there. You can check by running object dump. I haven't updated it. But yeah, feel free to update base. This is what gets copied to actually create the original root here. And that's by sysroots.sh in the scripts somewhere here. There we are. Bootstrapping system root at might be the best like format. Like when you're reading a format string. If you don't know it's there, I like a little bit. Is okay. You know what I mean? But is just so much more fun. There's one and another and okay. Just more fun. Okay, so we apparently built libc. Let's see if everything still works. I should actually rebuild probably one of the standard out as well. This is why we need a top-level CMake. I'm working on it, by the way, in case you didn't know. I am working on the top-level CMake. It's just, there's literally so much to do. There's so much to do. It's insane. Dash build Winja. So ls Winja. What is... Nice, okay. It's properly done. Can I use... I'd have to do... Why'd I do this? Object dump. Okay. I want to object dump, I think all Winja standard out. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Okay. We good. Yeah. I'm looking for... Nice. Okay. So it looks like they're definitely in there. I'm sure I could use another flag and figure it out much easier. I can't remember any of the flags right now, though. It's been so long. Nice. Very nice. I like that we have a comment section now. That's pretty pog. This is going to be interesting for Lenser OS. I don't, that's a lot. Also, the TLS program header, what is that? I'm not sure what this is. Transport layer security? Serade says, I've updated base. Legendary. Okay. That'll help just for people that are following the instructions from scratch. That way they don't have to build GCC without a libc or a sysroot and then use it to build libcc, and then use it to build libc. I can't speak. Oh God. But otherwise, basically, if base isn't up to date, then people have to build GCC twice. And it's a mess. The LensOS toolchain being built twice takes a while. Okay, so we should be good. We have everything we need. I'm just suspicion. So build a C library, copy built library, which we did, run sysroot creation script to rebuild system root. That will happen. Recompile any and all user space programs to be able to link with new libc. Nice. I even have a nice little rebuilding section. If you want to check for a specific function, you can always do object dump disassemble equals function file. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Is that true? Oh man, I'm gonna need a better object dump first. Hold on. Okay, that object dump. That one. How do you spell disassemble? Nice. Very nice. Huh. Is this GCC's built-in unreachable? What is that? Saraid says that's not right. I know. That shouldn't be underscore in it. I know. So it's using the old version of the libc. It should call libc run main, not main too. Well, there you go. So we're using the old libc still. How about that? So this has been updated, but we're not using it. That's in the sys root. Okay, let me just think about this. My brain's hurting. Brain hurty. One sec. So the tool chain will look inside. I found the issue. Root lib has the new libc. Oh, I know. Here's the issue. I'm using WinCross, which was copied from here. Oh god. Copied from here. And guess what this compiler, guess where its sysroot is? Right fucking here, boys. God damn it. Okay, I was so close. I thought I was so smart being able to copy the toolchain. It doesn't work. Absolute paths for the win. Yeah, GCC. Honestly, if the system root was a relative path, that would be terrifying. Fuck, man. Well? Okay, here's all we have to do. Here's all we have to do. Don't worry about it. Saraid says, it's fine, just remember to copy it manually every time you recompile libc, lol. Yeah, easy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now, // tool chain cross bin. Oh, it went to backspace. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna want object dump. Symbol equals underscore start build / stdout. And then backspaces aren't gonna work, so backslashes. I wish Linux would just accept backslashes, because Windows accepts forward slashes. So can't we reciprocate it? Why are you still mad? What? These are forward slashes, no? WSL bin bash. Okay, now I don't know what's happening. When in doubt. Okay, that didn't work. Sraid says backslashes are used for escaping, so no, it won't. RIP. I don't know why this doesn't work, but I guess we'll go incremental and figure out what doesn't work. Do I have to do like dot slash dot dot? Single quotes maybe? No, this is new shell. Everything is in single quotes effectively. Because that's definitely a valid path. Oh, I know. Not to WSL. So... okay, that didn't work. That's new shell's way for doing a system escaped command. So that's literally just CMD. So why is bash complaining that file isn't found? Okay. Do I have to do dot slash? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's still wrong. That's still wrong. Which is very interesting. So I wonder if these are being linked and that's ruining things. We can always test. Do you have those on your machine, by the way, Saraid? Well, that's strange. You shouldn't need a dot slash. This is WSL. It's not Linux. I wouldn't put that on anything. Do I have what on my machine? In the root, do you have CRT0INN in here? Can I just delete them? Is what I'm kind of asking. You know what I mean? I do. Okay. Yeet them. Because these could contain old versions from 3 days ago. I'm gonna just copy them fucking into GNU EFI. I'm gonna find those later and be very confused. Okay. Where's the build command? All my different tries. Also, I should probably clean first. Cannot find CRT0.0. No such file or directory. Well, there you go. There's my issue. It's not using them, I think, so interesting. So in that case, you'd have to compile CRT0, CRT-I, and CRT-N separately. Just copy them from the build directory. Well, you can try. I'm gonna go delete these here. Put them back where they were. Then we're gonna do this, not toolchain, user libc, winja. Yeah, see, we just have libc.a. Or compile them separately, that also works. But as far as I know, they should be somewhere in the build directory. Are they in CMake file somewhere? We have .object on Windows. See, I don't think they're in the right format. Nami. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure these are in, like, C. If I go... yeah, nope. What? Winja. Bat. Is that... I guess that's in the proper format. So just copy and rename, maybe? Well, fuck it. We're experimenting today. I've never done this shit. we're going for it, baby. Who cares? Rename. Yes. Should they be CRT.A or O? Pretty sure it's O, right? Whoops. Did I do that right? It needs to be .o, not .a. Okay, perfect. I did it right then. Jesus fuck. Hey, look. Okay. Where's our ultra long command? Hey, Pog. Okay, so install libc needs a little bit of a change. So it says .a for archives, .o for object files. Those are different file formats. Lamau. We did it. We did it, chat. We fixed it. Okay, so my rebuilding instructions were wrong. That's also a problem. So rebuilding here, I'm going to change after the merge and add in CRTI and N and 0. See, it describes it here. I just didn't put it in the rebuilding section, sadly. .o is an L file. .a is something else. Yeah, it's BFD has a whole bunch of formats. .a basically contains multiple .o files. Yeah, they're all archived together. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So, here's the thing. What are we doing? Why am I here? So we rebuilt standard out. I guess that's what we were doing to test out the new libc. So let's do standard out and blaze it. So cd / blaze it. I'm pretty sure I'll have to just do WSL for the proper sysroot, and then I can do what? Just ask rebuild. That should be fine. Ah, of course. Of course. How did I just do this then? What? Oh, I'm great at this, guys. So I used CMake just now. Just delete build and try again. It doesn't work. What? Are there different versions in these files? Hold on. 3.20 is required here. Why is 3.20? Because we use CMake path? Oh, fuck. What is it? What happens in standard out? It just doesn't use it. It uses CMake current lister. Lamau. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's something I should change after the merge as well. You had CMake 3.25 somewhere on your system. You used that last time. Oh no. Where is it? Okay, hold on. Yes. Oh, it is right here. Okay. Lit. Lit. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now that's a CMake I can get behind. Okay, so now I need to copy blaze it build / blaze it into blaze it. And then I need to do the same for standard out. Now, see what the hell's gonna happen. I have a feeling something may be going wrong. Yep. What happened up above? Did you see everything that got printed out? Holy crap. Why are there so many hog headers? Oh no. What is... What is happening? This can't be... So what? How big of a program did this become? I think there's an infinite loop. It's definitely not an infinite loop. We got to regular old startup. We got all the way to enabling interrupts. There's just it's a giant program. So blaze it. Attempting to map. How big is it? Hold on. Also, it's a null reference. libc has a null dereference. Do you understand? libc has a null dereference. It's the 1 megabyte allocation maybe for malloc, Lamau. Maybe. That could be it. So 7C, if I turned on memory debugging, we could see how big it is. Oh my god, there's 2. There's so much. So we started up just fine. By the way, none of your issues with the I don't think it's my problem. Your issue with the file descriptor is definitely an issue with the boot media generation. Mr. Mugame says, how is YouTube search so bad? Because it's advertising to you. How much is a megabyte in hex? How much is a million in hex? F4 240? Okay, how much is like a binary million? I don't even know. What's the... I don't know the last two. OXF A000. So it's probably like... I don't even know, honestly. So it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1 with 5 zeros after it. So a 1 with 5 zeros after it. That would mean we go all the way from 3FA to 4FA. So I don't think it's the megabyte static allocation. I mean, it may be, but why would we have it be... I mean, I guess they're all user accessible. It would make sense that it's the megabyte. Okay, where shouldn't it say? It does not. Okay. Sorry, it says it's a million bytes, megabyte, not megabyte, not megabyte. I see, I see. So it is OXFA0000. So this is a megabyte. Lit. Or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a megabyte. A mebibyte is like 1024, right? Or do I have that backwards? So we were able to get through it all. Everything's fine. Our heap isn't like gigantic, our kernel heap. It's a little, I mean, it's fine. It's not even that big of a deal. So, user process attempted to read from a page and caused a protection fault. So, you're trying to read from null. Okay. Crap. So if I do this, oh man, it's been a while. Oh man, how do I don't remember how to connect. How do I connect to QEMU? I gotta look it up. Sorry, it says, I mean, a lot of the stuff is initially null before it gets initialized, but the seeders should be getting called now. Does Lenser OS have to call the seeders or do anything? All we have to do is run the program, right? Hopefully, if all we have to do is run the ELF program, then we're good on the side of Lenser OS. If we're supposed to be doing something on the kernel side. libc calls them. Okay, so we good. Debugging. QEMU will launch, but will silently wait. Then launch the VM Linux executable. What is VM Linux executable? That doesn't sound right. Does that work? Okay, I guess I'll just go fucking try it. GDB and autoloading has been declined. Fucking of course. Okay, so what's in the autoload? I didn't realize I had one. Okay, here's what we have to run. Target, remote, localhost, 1234. Symbol file, kernel, bin kernel.elf. That is fine. And then basically, I'm pretty sure we can now, yeah, press C. Info reg, set architecture. Okay. So now with QEMU open, we're just gonna see what happens. It's gonna take a while to map all that memory in GDB. Oh, okay. GDB did not care. Good to know. So that sucks. What's our faulty address? We're technically not uncontinued either, which sucks. Okay, so why is this happening? I bet you I could do some nonsense without GDB. Hold on, because I just need to tell. Oh, where's that? Oh God. So the instruction address tells us that it's definitely in a user space program, and it's at 4004D7. Can't we use like object dump? Pretty sure we can use object dump. Tool chains / of course. Cross bin x8664 object dump. Perfect. Replace all these back with forward. And then what would we basically just want to do a -x on, I guess, standard out and see, hopefully that's the one that's being run. User standard out, standard out. You can put a write call in one of the constructors to see if they're being called. Buffer OXAA55 says, hello, how are you doing? Nice. Sorid says the linker should put them in the init array. Okay. Do you remember the number? I don't fucking remember the number. 4D7. So we're in, where are we? 4D. It looks like we're in stream create. If you're using a different linker script, then it might not work. We use a linker script for the kernel, but I don't think for anything else. Not user space. 4D7. So, can I look at this? Nice. So I wonder if it's blaze it, because 4D7 doesn't make any sense here. Hopefully it's named the same thing. Oh. Nice. Oh, it's at a way different spot. So in Blaze It, we got something totally different. What do we got? 47. 40047, right? 4D3, so it'd be in it. Huh. That doesn't look right. That does not look right. I was like, that's a segment. What even is that function? What function? So this is a segment pointer. So you're accessing memory within this memory segment. Offset it within this memory segment according to this function, init EV. It's just init. I know what a segment is. My bad. What is that function? It's init. It's init somewhere. Could it be this? No, that's type def for the compile time. Could it be? I'm just trying to think of where is underscore init? There's several functions called init. Mr. Mugume says it's just init. I don't know what is this. So it's saying free list, free headers, alloc list, heap base, heap putter. So that'd be in standard lib, right? Is it this? Judging by how it's mangled, it's an anonymous namespace. That's the malloc constructor. It is. Nice. Okay. How does this... What? Erno equals 0, maybe? Erno! Because it's thread local. FS is used to store thread local stuff. That's right, because FS and GS can be set to anything in the kernel. I'm pretty sure... Oh, man. Because CS and SS are fixed. Okay. I can remove thread local for now. I mean, that's a good idea to get it working. But we can also just support thread local, not too hard. That's a bug if I've ever seen one, lol. Yeah, by the way, you get to see my OS debugging ability. It's definitely a weird way to go about things, but I do get to the answer. It's like doing addition in terms of subtraction with integer rollover or overflow, underflow, whatever you want to call it. So the problem is that interesting. So currently FS and GS are currently OX10, which means you're trying to access... Oh, that's not good. You're trying to do some not good things. You're trying to access the kernel GDT. So by doing that, by the way, that's hilarious. I love this. So I love that. This right here, that right there, causes literally you to access ring 0 ring 0 data at null putter. Yeah. So just, you know, all that kernel data, yeah, just put the Erno right there. Oh, I gotta love it. I gotta love it. So this must be in our context switch. Scheduler. Yeah. Here it is. Here's where we could fix it. In the kernel. BufferOX855 says, sorry, how long have you been programming? Sorry, it says several years. I'm not sure the exact number. Haha. Buffer says, lol. Sorade says, speaking of bugs, it took me a while to realize today that write wasn't working because the syscall numbers were wrong, lol. Yeah, Lenser OS syscalls do not equal Linux syscalls. That's a rip. Because you're not even using the numbers. You were just using the macros. So we have to update FS to... What is FS supposed to even be then? So... what is FS segment used for? Thread local storage. So when we... Okay. Whoops. So when we debugged... Yeah. When we dump out the headers, this TLS header is not... Remember when I was joking, like, what is TLS? Transport Layer Security? It's actually thread local storage. So I'm sure that when this is present, we're supposed to put thread local storage of this offset from... Yeah. Sorade says, oh, interesting. Sorade says, and then suddenly it was, suddenly it wasn't writing to standard out anymore. That's because I accidentally wrote constructor instead of destructor in the standard IO destructor, lol. Oh no. So it would just immediately close standard out on startup. That's amazing. So, but when this is here, I'm gonna have to do something in the kernel. Let's try and get rid of this. How about that? So what does FS actually store? It's relative to FS. Sorade says, again, I can just yeet thread local. It's not like we'll need it for a while. The locks are also all just stubs. Yeah, just yeet thread local. The segment base address is added to the byte address to compute the resulting virtual address. So FS... Yeah. So we basically just have to... This honestly won't be that hard. It's just in our elf loader. All we'll have to do... See how we handle different types of p header here? So program header, these things. We handle different types here. For example, pt load, which means load this memory from this spot in the file. But there's also, apparently, TLS. There's also GNU stack, which we handle. But there's also TLS, thread local storage. And when that's present, we'll just have to store... Yeah, we'll basically just have to store this number into FS for this process. So we can basically just say process CPU frame.fs equals blah, and then remove the update to stack segment in scheduler switch. Mem size 4. Yep, that's Erno because it's an int. RIP. Oh, you're right. It's 4 bytes of thread local storage. Goddamn. That's really funny. But yeah, that won't be too hard to actually do. We just have to figure out the p-type of this. That's definitely worth it. Okay, so I'm just gonna write myself a little to-do. Oh, I restarted Emacs. That's gonna take a while. But basically, the program header type, we need to handle thread local storage, which means we just need to set FS for the process to a specific, to do entry, LensorOS. To do support thread local in kernel lfloater. Basically, when there is a TLS thread local storage, when there's a TLS program header, we need to use load its address into FS, as well as allocate memory for it, and such. So when there's a TLS program header, we need to load its address into FS, to specify the segment register, as well as allocate for it, allocate memory for it, and such. Then we need to alter scheduler switch. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How did I just insert a footnote? I've never done that. Okay, I'm gonna give up then. I was pretty sure there's a way to surround something in tilde, but whatever. Also, Sared says, should I remove thread local in the PR? Yes, because I don't really want to screw with the scheduler yet. We'll just go with that. So which means that we're gonna go user libc standard lib kernel. Where is it? Here it is. It should. Also, I can turn off highlight line mode. That's annoying. Oh boy. Does that mean I have to build libc again? That means I probably have to... Okay. We're definitely gonna need that top level CMake. No, not build that. What do we have? What is it, build? Oh, build Winja? Okay. And then we have to do the custom copy because the install doesn't install it properly. At least in this case. It does install libc updates, just not the updates to the actual beginning. So it says committed. By the way, don't feel like you have to change. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. I'm wondering, like, why does everything look wrong? CMake files, Cedar. I'm gonna need you guys. Put into the root. Delete. We're definitely gonna need some top level CMake to go on here. We're also gonna have to alter libc to like build all these separately. That way we can get these as output, and they're copied automatically when we copy the lib directory. Okay. Woo. Updated libc? Question mark? Question mark? We can hope. Okay, so with our updated libc, we now want to do this type of thing. Not that type of thing. It's a CMake. Here it is. Okay, this type of thing. Sarid says, I can add a rule to copy the CRT since it's already copying the main lib. I mean, that'd be dope. That'd be a great idea. If you don't have to compile them separately as well, that'd be sweet then. I just figured you would have to. WSL mounted program, CMake build, build. Okay, now copy that That's because I have to do this. I really got to get a build system going. Not doing too bad, not doing too bad. Okay, can I do the thing now? Of course. Why would there be? Oh, fuck. It works. It works. Pog. So now, hopefully, hopefully, oh, the suspense. Oh my. Well, that's killer. Fuck. We were this close. We were this close. Error code 15. Attempted to read from a page and caused a protection fault. Faulty address 1685000. Yeah, that's the max memory size. Did it print something? No, Blaze It ran. Blaze It ran, but standard out trying to print something broke. 168-4FE8. Faulty address. So it was a stack overflow. Did libcease just stack overflow? Is that what just happened? It tried to access something out of the... God damn it, man. Can't catch a break today. Oh. We just had our first stack overflow from user space. What the fuck happened? Where's your stack? So this is definitely process 1. What is process 1? What? Removed process 1. Oh. Did exit return? I have a feeling the exit syscall may have returned to something that doesn't exist. Because this is process 1 that we removed, and then it continued to run. We didn't switch out of it. That may be on me. I've removed the while loop after exit. What? Why would you do such a thing? And added built-in unreachable. That's not gonna work. Oh, man. No, I'm just messing with you. That's a sensible thing to do. I'm sure I just need to handle this in the kernel. Because exit doesn't return. The syscall does? God damn it. Okay. Yeah, exit just returns. Serade says it shouldn't. I know. It's my fault. Ugh. Fuck me. I think I have to do something like this. Is that it? How do I do this? Is it assembly volatile? That's what it is. Sir Aid, did exit just return? That's definitely the most cursed thing today, lol. It is. I thought it was a stack overflow too, I really did. I really gotta get better panic going on in the kernel. Or just not panic when a user space page faults. That would be ideal, honestly. Because we could just kill the process and move on. But it couldn't call exit. Okay. Sorry, it says, nah, I had a bug where it just ran off the end too earlier, and I just got a seg fault. Oh, I love when stuff like that happens. When your assembly never returns, so it just keeps trying to execute things that aren't instructions. That's my favorite. You get some crazy stuff going on. So I don't think anymore that is necessary, lol. Okay, this should be fine. Is this fine? This should be fine. Oh? Okay. Well, we're now in that while loop. We're now comfortably sat right here. Fuck. Imagine using while true instead of forever. Shaking my head. Well, it worked. Yeah, it did work. It no longer seg faults. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure interrupts are disabled during a syscall. Are they not? I'm pretty sure they just inherently are. Because we haven't returned from the interrupt. We have to return from the interrupt. Sir Aid, this is on you. Hardware tells us we have to return from the interrupt. Otherwise, we're still in an interrupt handler. And we can't ever interrupt an interrupt handler. That's kind of the rule. These are all uninterruptible. I think you need to stop and delete the process. I mean, I did. That's what remove process by PID does. I promise. The problem is that our scheduler works on interrupts to switch to the next process, and the interrupts are disabled during this. So we need one of these in libc, in user space. Otherwise, we'll never be able to actually, do anything. Also, thank you for the follow, All Rainer and Big Loud Jeff. Shouts outs to yous. When your syscall exit, it normally stops the process, though. This does stop the process. It removes it from the scheduler, but it is currently running. This process that called this is currently running. So somehow there's a way of doing this. I agree. I'm just, effectively I'm pretty sure we still have to return from the interrupt somewhere. We can always trick iretq. That's how we get to user space in the first place. We use iretq when we're not in an interrupt handler, and we trick it with a bunch of stack variables. Sir Aid, you're thinking way too high level. I appreciate your attempts, but just please make a halt loop. It's not that hard, and it'll make things work. You know what I mean? That just means in what? CRT-O? CRT-N? CRT-O. We probably have to have a halt loop here. Yeah, see, there's no ret. That's a thing. Probably do something like that. I can add the while loop back in though. But a sig stop is literally what we're doing. It's just removing it from the scheduler's list of processes that may be run. But the problem is we have to stop interrupts for this whole thing. We could trick iretq and jump to another process, but it's so much work. Put that in exit. Okay. Serrate says, I'll add it to exit. That's the way to go. This is just to see if it works. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, I have to rebuild all of libc and do our whole library bootstrapping thing again. It'll be fun to see it happen. One more freeze. I guess it won't freeze, it'll page fault because I removed it. Yep. Okay. What are we doing? We're basically saying, okay, rebuild libc. Oh, no, no, no. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, no. Okay, we... it was. Jesus Christ. Don't type CMake instead of CD. Okay, okay, okay. Serade says committed and pushed. Legendary. How do I build? Okay, so now libc is done. But now we have to do these three. Screw those. Not toolchain, user, libc, winja, cmake, see there, blah, blah, blah. Give me those. Oh, excuse me, sorry. A little bit of renaming. Nice. Didn't think that would happen. That's unideal. Did you know you could batch rename? Why would that ever be useful? I mean, I guess in some situations, but if you just want to rename a bunch of pictures. Okay. Nice. You can even see COTO was updated, but not the others. Now what do we got to do? Now we have to rebuild the user space programs. Like this. Blaze it, build blaze it into blaze it. Okay, now standard out. Oh, I screwed this one up. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Remove blaze it. Okay, we're good then. We good. So that should be standard out / standard out. Oh boy. Okay, now. Whew. I love how CMake just writes error copying file. Not no such file or directory. Yeah, they don't know if it exists or not. They're like, I don't know, we just couldn't do it, man. Okay. Faulty address 168.5000. So we're still getting a stack. An instruction fetch, yeah, so it's overrunning the end, Lamau. So let's just see. Let's just see what we got. Standard lib has exit, right? Built-in unreachable. While true. What do you put in your while true, by the way? That means I have to rebuild libc. Remove the built-in unreachable, yeah. Abort and exit, call sys exit. I just wrote forever. That gets optimized out, though. Just doing nothing. Nope. Why doesn't it get optimized out? Because if you just do a while one, that gets optimized out most of the time. I had that happen in the kernel all the time. Because that would change the behavior of the program. I mean, you would think, but it does happen. When a loop has nothing inside it, it gets optimized out. Looping the forever is not the same as not doing anything. I would agree. I'm not saying it's a proper optimization. I'm just saying it's one that I'm pretty sure happens. Where are we at? So, how about we just do all this from scratch? Let's restart. What changes did we make? we removed thread local and added a while loop instead of built-in unreachable. That doesn't seem too insane. We're going to figure out it's just LensOS screwing something up anyway in the kernel, but it's fine. What we can do is this. Discard all of our changes. I don't think we need any of them. Do you think we need any of them? I don't think we need any of them. Sarade says, oh god damn it, fine, you're right unfortunately, haha. I'll just add an empty assembly statement. That works as far as I know. You need a volatile. It can be empty, but just make sure you put volatile. Otherwise it will optimize that shit out. Still. I dealt with this for so long in the kernel. Why did it not get rid of everything? Didn't I tell it to get rid of everything? Is it doing one at a time? Here, I know what to do then. Okay, yes. Isn't that scary? Okay, so now I can fetch from all remotes, because one of my remotes is Sarade dev. And then I can just do the same thing again to test it, right? So I can do a little merge from Sarade dev, and then do a little reset, a little soft reset, if I want to have the changes. But let's just, yeah, I'll do a soft reset so I can get rid of all the commits to origin name. Okay. Woo. I'll still have to rebuild standard out and stuff. Okay. Build user libc winja. We should remove this little enhanced rep moveus b checker like we talked about as well, but it doesn't matter. I really don't care if it's in there or not right now. I've also made it so it now copies CRT0 in friends too. Oh nice, that's what I was just about to go do. That's really nice. You already do that? I don't know if you already did that, or if I don't have that yet. Looks like you still need to pull those changes. I see. RIP. I've also fixed exit. Nice. Resurrect 3 files? Sure. Trash 12 files? Sure. Also, we probably shouldn't delete baselib crt0.0, right? I'm pretty sure we still need that in the base. That may just be this this commit. Ah, yes, get necromancy. Lamau. Sorry, it says, oh yeah, I'll add them back, lol. We got this, we got this. Is there a way to log another branch? Okay. I do not know. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue about most things, though. So it would make sense. Nice. Loop forever and exit properly this time. Lamau. Okay. How do I do this? So I just need to fetch all remotes. Here, let's fetch explicitly surreyed. Make sure I'm up to date. And then I can do, what, a merge? Pretty sure merge from surreyed dev. Yep, now we're up to date. Okay. And then we just do a soft reset to get all these changes. And remove the merge commit. Hello? No? Did I do it wrong? All right, CRT0 is back in base. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna now try this. Oh God. So I'm curious how you did it. Nice. Okay. So those should all be updated. And they are. That's nice. So now I just need to rebuild. Yeah, with the crazy CMake. It's just going to be user standard out build, user standard out build standard out, to user standard out standard out. Jesus. There we go. Now replace all those with blaze it. All right. Lit. And then we should just be able to do one of these. I bet you the same page fault happens because it's LenterOS's fault. I bet you we have to do some crazy IRETQ into another process. Because that sounds like something. Oh, bog! Fuck yeah. It did not write anything to standard out, but it did work. Did it print it? It did not. Nothing was printed. But we did exit. We did exit. That's a good sign. We removed the processes and they're no longer running. I'm pretty sure, at least. I can't really see what it's doing. So it says that's something. Yeah, sure is something. You know what we can do is how can we reconfigure? Is there a way to reconfigure CMake? Or like add a definition? Does anybody know? Like with -D when you're building? Reload a script, populate cache. Not really. Well, that's a rip. I'll just reconfigure then. And then -D, what do we need? You can define something with /d, -D, yes. Debug. What is it? It's in the kernel. What are we talking about? What? Syscalls. Syscalls. Debug underscore syscalls. Okay. Yep, they're not specified, I know. It should be useful here, though. Hopefully this will now show all the syscalls that are being made. If not, I'll just uncomment that line, I guess. Yeah, I'll just uncomment the line. That didn't work. That's a fat rip. I wish that worked. I thought that worked. How do you add a thing in that? I have no clue. Blup. Blup. I think -d only sets a CMake variable. Oh, rip. I thought there was a way to add here we go. Close. Okay. First syscall that we something may be wrong. Sorry, it says not a preprocessor macro. I don't think you can do that on the command line. That's Lamau. That's blaze it. It closes standard out in the standard IO destructor. Okay. Okay. That's why there's no open. Okay. And then it calls exit with status 420. And it exits. Right? Okay, that's right. I just wanted to make sure. A close as the first syscall was just really funny to me. Like, wait a second. Okay, so we exit with 420, no problem. We move on to the other process. We never get back to, we're not calling exit over and over. We're doing okay. We call write on file descriptor 0 with this buffer 20 bytes from it. Buffer address. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like it's working though. Yeah. Yeah. This isn't where it is though. That's the issue. This isn't a physical address, which is what the kernel needs. Okay. I guess okay, here's the thing. We're running in kernel mode. That buffer is allocated via malloc. Yeah, it should be fine. It's in the 1 megabyte that's statically allocated. Here's the yeah. Okay, so we're in this process and we call write. When this accesses memory, it has access to the higher half kernel, but not the identity mapping. So it should, okay, everything's fine. Everything should be in the proper place. Buffer address is fine. So why is it not working here? We return system VFS write FD buffer byte count 0. The Linux kernel has a copy from user for copying data into the kernel. Do you do that from libc? Maybe the virtual paging is somehow messing with it. Oh, it definitely is. Because I'm pretty sure this function is at something like OXFFFFFA0 4000 or something. I think like 10,000, like that. It's kind of confusing. It's called in the kernel. Okay, so this syscall calls a function in the higher half. But then the higher half, when it accesses memory... Oh, this hurts my brain so bad. So what memory mapping do we have in syscall write? To do, copy Wait, how did it work before then? How did it work before? It worked before. I was like, wait, we just need to get it working. But this used to work. So what is happening? Before it was a string literal. Probably the address is wrong. The buffer is all zeros and it's not printing anything. That's what I would guess as well. Those are allocated somewhere else. I mean, they're not. They're allocated in row data, which is, I mean, just another program segment. Yeah, in .ro data. But the fact that it's in row data or data shouldn't matter. They're still user space pointers. So I guess we just have to do like a... first of all, we should say if not buffer. That's probably something important. If not buffer, return -1 or something, right? That's probably worth it. Okay. And here, we'll debug either way. Suraid says something very specific to Unix that doesn't apply to Lens or OS. Yes, probably that. What are we doing? We're basically saying, I want to read from buffer. So we're just going to literally call debug message instead of relying on the debug out driver and say it's not 0 length. Yeah. I really just want to see if that shows up. This will break everything. I know this won't really work. I'm pretty sure ENVAL and friends are POSIX, not just Linux. True, but our syscalls aren't necessarily going to be POSIX. They may just return -1 for failures. It doesn't really matter. Well, it's not 0 length. How many? Yeah, that was a lot. That's over 10,000. So it's not zeros. There's something there. For char c equals buffer. Here, we'll just do like U8 pointer. C is less than buffer plus 20. We're gonna see. First time chat from Farkin00, or at least Twitch tells me. Usually this codes for errors aren't helpful anyway. Suraid, is the standard out file number wrong? Because right now it's 0 in libc. It's definitely supposed to be 0. I promise. If there was a incorrect file descriptor, it would say. Here, let's see. We're gonna print out something like this. I think this should be fine. I think we could also do something like that, but this should work. Or it won't, and I've done something horribly wrong. Suraid says they are when you do networking. Oh god. That's fair. Ah, yes. Logical, isn't it? What am I screwing up here? Oh, I did plus plus buffer. Whoops! That may have been on me, folks. We'll see what actually happens. I was like, that really doesn't make sense. I gave it a for loop. Nice. Huh. Huh. So we have some memory that doesn't quite make sense. Looks like random memory to me. Yeah. So what are we writing in standard out? What is happening? We have a const char message. So this is a stack message. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have a different stack entirely. How do we deal with that? This is a string literal. Yes, but the address itself is on the stack. You're correct. You're correct. The string is a string literal, row data. Then it puts message. Standard out. Could it be buffering and not sending the actual output? So that writes one character. It's definitely buffering it. Yes, it's fully buffered. So we need line buffering. How do we? Where is it fully buffered? How's that configured? Probably in the standard IO constructor. Stream create. I have to rebuild everything. Okay. Not yet. That's the one. That shouldn't matter though, because why would that be a problem? Because you write 20 bytes into the internal buffer, but it's 64 bytes long, so it's not flushing standard out, which means we never actually get it. Oh, but it is flush, you know what I mean? It's calling write, so it has to be flushing. It has to be doing it. It is flushing standard out. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. It just seemed like the thing that was happening. I'm like, ah, that's why it's there. Listen, you. Why do we just get garbage mem then? 4062E0. Where is that? .406. So that's just somewhere here. We can probably use object dump. Somewhere. On standard out. Okay. Fair. So it's directly within a read-write. So it's just within the data section. not even in read-only data. I mean, that's the same spot that it was in before. Nothing's changed. Check the standard IO destructor, standard IO Finney. That was probably in response to something earlier, but I'm still going to look at it. While open files, auto f equals open files equals open files, next stream delete, move f. Writes it to part of the 1 megabyte buffer. Stream delete flushes it. Right. We're also getting the close syscall. See, we're not getting the close syscall. So this isn't happening, you know what I mean? So I don't think this is happening at all. Could that be possible? I mean, it has to be happening. I understand stream flush is happening, but why aren't we getting a close right after? Or are we? Oh, we are. I'm just blind. Okay, kill me. Sir Aid says you just missed it. It's right there. Lamau. I'm apparently too tired. I've been streaming too long. 2.5 hours already. Delete the buffers, delete the stream. Stream flush. It prints to standard out on Linux. That doesn't matter when it's the LensOS libc. I understand it's probably LensOS implementation, but I get what you're getting at. It does technically work. It's technically correct if you want to say that. Here it is. We're okay. Sorry about that. Phone stuffs. Alrighty, so Sorate says, I think the problem is in the kernel. Well, I mean, the problem is in the program. It's in the kernel and libc because it doesn't work. The entire program is the problem. It can be solved anywhere. If you set it to unbuffered, it'll pass the string directly to write. Fuck it then, let's try it. Probably un? How did you spell this? Oh. This does mean I still have to do this whole thing again. Oh. Okay, so we build those. These are updated. We can build the user space programs again. And then ba-da-da-doo-doo. Hey. Somehow we have one less. But fuck, man. That's not much better. So what could possibly be going wrong? Is it putting it in the right register? I mean, we're getting the proper address. That's a correct address. Just the data there is fucked. Didn't you change something about write-read in the file system recently? Just their return values. It wouldn't change anything this major. And it still worked. Like, make it return the right value. Yeah, but it still worked. Sir Aid, as much as you want to blame me, I promise, it worked before. It's just your changes that make it break, right? I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it doesn't work. You can insert a call to write in main to check if it works. What? In main where? Write 0 test 5 in the standard out program. Isn't that what we're already doing? That's effectively what we're already doing, you know? We call write with this address and this FD and this byte count. I mean, we're getting to the syscall. It's just that the data from it is being fact. I don't know where. So maybe let's try it. Let's try your idea. Fuck puts. What is it? Unistida? What is it? Okay. What do we write? Like 10 bytes from this or whatever. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lit. So now I have to rebuild standard out. And see what the fuck happens. The suspense. Hey, it's still fucked. So, something changed. I don't know what changed, but something changed. It seems like, fundamentally, it looks like write is broken. Sir Aid, what? Write what? Sir Aid, write what? Right where? You think the syscall? The syscall is obviously broken. It's not working. The way we handle syscalls changed. True. That, I mean, but we're still getting here. So somehow you're saying that maybe this address is not the correct address, and maybe it got changed. Maybe try calling write with an assembly block. We can't. That's just an OX80. That's so annoying. Wouldn't we have to do like... So it says, what I mean is... Okay. Put an assembly block in main. Is this how we do assembly blocks in C? I don't remember. Rather than using write for syscall. I know what you're saying, buddy. It just means we're gonna have to do like an int OX80. I'm really not excited. Because maybe syscall is broken. Okie doke. How do you do inline assembly in C? I almost have never done this. I've done it in C++ only. Do you need to do like /r/n/t? Is that a thing? It's just like in C++. It's a GCC extension. It's the same. Oh, Lamau. In that case, I'm gonna just go look. Where's somewhere that does complicated assembly? I'm just trying to figure out what the... I guess syscall may not be a bad place to look. Ironically. That's right. I like the underscores. I couldn't remember if it's braces or not. So it's like a function, except there's some things in it. So if I remember correctly, equals A should store the thing that you give it to in A, in RAX, that is. Do assembly volatile, not just asm. Okay. Int OX80. So we're going to want an int OX80, which is basically going to be after... Oh boy. So we'd like to store RAX. We don't really care about it. But we want to store the number, the syscall number, write sysnum. It's like hashtag include syscalls. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. You can just do a syswrite. Oh, nice. Can I really? I just didn't know, because that's a macro. That'll just put like 3 in there, won't it? Is that fine? I'm just gonna do this. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. So we want the right sysnum in our AX. That's the wrong one. We want the first argument in our DI and SI. So we need D and S. What does write take as a syscall? Just to check. A file descriptor, a buffer, and a byte count. Okay. So we're going to need DI, SI, and DX. DX. File descriptor. Okay, we're just going to try it. Standard out file no. So we want the file descriptor, the buffer, which is message, right? And then D, this is going to be size. That would be 20. Is that what we're doing? We're just going to try it, I guess. Move. I shouldn't need to do any moves then. That should just be it. I hope. Unknown type name namespace. Uh-oh. It looks like there's a begin decals missing or something. Don't include syscalls. What do I include then? How do I know syswrite? I'll fix that later. Wow. Operand size mismatch for int? What? What? It's an interrupt. This is assembly. Did I screw something up? Operand assembler messages, operand size mismatch for int. So int OX80 doesn't work? Oh. Fucking GNU. Oh. The goddamn $sign for the OX80. Like, you can't do this with memory. I know. The suspense. Downtown. Nope. Okay, at this point, it's probably the kernel. No, obviously it was. It's still the program. I still don't get how it can't, looks like right is broken. You keep saying that. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't help. How is a function broken? What does that mean? In the kernel. Yeah, this is it in the kernel. How is this function broken? It's just printing out from a memory address. What do you want me to do? I didn't change it. Fam, I literally didn't change it. It's handled the same as every other syscall. Maybe VFS write is broken. That wouldn't matter. We're printing it out directly right here. Even if VFS write is fucked, this would happen, which is this output right here. The data is wrong. You're right. I don't know why. But that's the data that's at that memory address right now. I've fixed syscalls. Nice. I'm pretty sure we're still rolling deep. It was including a C++ only header in C mode. RIP. So when we read this data, it's incorrect. This buffer came from user space. And it should just be a memory address. So if we, also it ran, at least LenderOS runs now. So we have no more thread local storage. It's not that or anything. I mean, I don't even get it, man. Read-only data, 404.2A0. That's literally that. What size is it? 6F3? It's kind of odd. You added mmap. Did you change something about how paging works? Definitely not. I didn't change how paging works at all. I changed literally just syscalls. Just right here. Because we already have memory map. And I did add memory region and remove memory region. But those are only called in map and unmap. So I don't think that would be an issue. Yeah, it's just this. This is the only thing I added, and it's in the scheduler. Memory-free pages was already a thing. So as long as you're not calling unmap or map, we're good. Because if you try and attempt to unmap an invalid address, it'll just ignore it. You can technically unmap the stack if you want to, but I don't think that would help. Or cause this issue. So write literally just uses a buffer. So what is, let's just look up Linux copy from user space. It simply does a direct read from the user space address and writes to the kernel space address while temporarily disabling supervisor mode access prevention if it is configured. The tricky part of it is that copy from user code is placed into a special region so that the page fault handler can recognize when a fault occurs within it. A memory protection fault that occurs in copy from user doesn't kill the process like it would if it is. It simply resumes execution in a code path which returns eFault to the caller. Maybe dump the contents of the section in the elf loader. Okay. That's something that would make sense. I mean, so we have a PT load. Also, we have all the debug output. So what is this? 42A0? 4042A0? It's got to be in here somewhere. So 40A, I mean, it's mapped right here, right? Here's the physical memory address. If the string isn't there, then something is going very wrong. So put on debug elf then. Not what I wanted to do. Okey-doke. What was I looking at? What did I just do? Oh, I did debug elf, so we should be able to see which sections are being loaded and shit now. Okay. Attempting to add user space process from file descriptor 1. Program header, type 1, offset 0. File size, 5e98. Mem size, 5e98. Loaded program header, 24,000 bytes from file 1 at offset 0. Lots of handling of that. Okay. Loaded program header at byte offset blah. So maybe this byte offset is wrong? Is that possible? I'd have to check the object dump, right? So we're only loading these. What are sections? Sections are just within we have a PT load. We say, okay, how big is it? And then I mean, there's only 2. It can't be going that bad. User accessible, readable, writable, present, not executable. Can you print the contents of what it thinks RO data is, maybe? Definitely not. Because RO data is just a made-up section. It's not really like a thing. It's just placed within a program header that has the proper permissions. And we're not getting any memory errors. So we're definitely should be fine there. Oh no. Fuck balls. So we're using VFS read. I guess if that's broken, everything would break. I really don't think it's broken because literally nothing changed other than the return type. We could just do debug VFS and get a whole bunch of output. I really don't think this is an issue though, because we're obviously able to load the font and everything else, right? We're loading the actual ELF files. They are valid ELF. They're being verified. I don't think VFS is the issue. We'll see as much as we can, though. We will see. I'm loving it. I'd recommend temporarily disabling the memory logging because it's hard to see any other output because of it. Sorta, yeah. Probably a good idea. Metadata. Standard out, file size, byte offset, file system driver, device driver. Got FD1, attempting to add user space process from FD1. VFS read 64 bytes. VFS read 112 bytes at offset 64. Program header, VFS read 24,216. That's the same number. And then we do a bunch of mappings. It wouldn't be too hard to it's just this line. Okay. I mean, it would complain. We'd get like huge AHCI errors if we were trying to read past the valid data or like the size of the file. Definitely within it. Everything here makes sense. I could have read like print out what it thinks it's reading, but that would be kind of horrid when we read like 20,000 bytes. Because it just uses the device driver, which again is working. Otherwise we wouldn't have executable files that are valid. They'd look like this. So if you hex dump well, they don't show the strings on the side by default. Thought that was a thing. Can we show the strings on the side? No. Maybe I can't use hex dump. RIP. You can do strings on it. What does that mean? Do strings on it? Oh, is that a program? That's a program. Nice. Okay, it's right here. Can we show like memory addresses? That'll help. Include white space, bytes, data. Hello friends is definitely in there. We got all our error messages. So we have hello friends in a file. We load. Okay. We load it with the elf loader. This is just mapping memory. So we read. So loaded program is a byte buffer containing what appears to be a program header. So each program header we load, and then we read it, read into it, that is, pheader file size at pheader offset. I mean, yeah. And then we say if read equals false, return false. That's definitely not happening because our process is being launched. So we go on to say loaded program header from file blah at offset blah. We get the virtual address. We say it is present. It can be accessed from user mode. If it's writable, make it readable and writable. If it's executable, if it's not executable, make sure it's not executable. And then map in the new page table for the process virtual address plus T loaded program plus T and flags. And T just loops over all of the pages. So we map all of the pages for the program header into the page table. So this is a physical address mapping flags. So this is the physical address, which makes sense because we just request straight hardware pages. So loaded program physical memory address, which means we can bind the virtual address to it in the new page table and have no issues. Here's the thing, however. The syscall is being run. Which page table does the syscall have active? Because we do swap.gs, but that doesn't actually do anything when it comes to the page table. So we are still in the processes page table during the syscall, which is fine. That's exactly what we need. But that would mean that we can access this virtual address and get this physical address, which is what's supposed to be happening, but I have a feeling that that's not happening. Is that possible? Does the syscall happen to run with an invalid page map? Like one that isn't part of the process that's running somehow? I don't even know. I have no clue. Oh, balls. I just closed Emacs. RIP. Well, it's becoming a good time anyway. I have to go, so good a time to stop as any, right? Lamau. I love that we never actually merged the PR. It never happened. It will happen. It just never happened yet during the stream. 3 hours of it. Here, I gotta open like kernel.cpp, otherwise it'll freak out. Okay. I just don't get how buffer could be so wrong. It's like our page table's just wrong. Soraid says, are you going to merge the PR now? Because that'd make things easier, because I could get rid of the scuffed branch and make a new one based on main. I mean, you can also just merge main into your thing from after pulling main. It's I don't think we're going to merge it. That way it's still in a workable state. I mean, we can merge it. I guess the only thing that doesn't work is printing out, right? The processes run and stuff. They do run. It's not correct, but they do run. I guess, arguably, it's not really in that much of a different state than it is before the PR. Before the PR, this did work, but there's no reason that we wouldn't merge it, because all the work that's done in the PR, we still want to keep. Yeah, we can merge it. I think we can merge it. I'll merge it right now. Are you cool with that? How's that, Mr. Jones? This is the wrong one. Lol. Sorry, it says, yeah, let's get this merged. Let's make a comment. Things are somewhat broken. Has to do with write syscall, but it is most likely in the kernel somewhere. If not, we still want all the work from this PR done. So we are just calling it a known bug. How about that? Okay, and then let's just, yeah, we're gonna create a merge commit because I don't want it to rebase to the wrong spot. And nice. Might take a look at this later if I can get run HDA QEMU to work. Wasn't your only issue like sound hardware PC speaker? Didn't I think I replied to that. It was easy to miss. A lot of stuff happened. Run HDA, the shell script, you should just be able to run this. Sorry, it says nope. So you weren't able to just remove sound hardware PC speaker? What was your issue then? Fair. There it is. That's why. Do you get this output? I put a screenshot in general. Legendary. Using make GPT. Oh no. Unable to open partition image. No such file or directory. Run HDA QEMU. Well, then you need to create lensoros.image is what it looks like. Which should be from image GPT. Here, let me look. So run HDA QEMU relies on image GPT. Image GPT relies on image raw. See this? And image raw is made with this stuff. Do you have M tools? Sraid says, how do I create that though? I mean, ideally it should be like this, but there's a few different ways. You basically just have to create I think there's another shell script to do this too. Make image. This right here. I put another error in general. No rule to make target image raw. Well, there's your problem. Install mtools. I'm pretty sure you can just do sudo apt install mtools. I could be wrong, depending on where you are. But yeah, that would definitely cause some problems if you don't have M format. You're in Wumbo mode at the moment. Lamau. Sir Aid says you didn't put that in the README. Yes, I did. Don't tell me the README isn't good enough. I know it's good enough. I spent so long on this bitch. Boot media generation. Here's the README section. Oh, would you look at that? GNU mtools is a dependency of image raw. Would you look at that? And look, image GPT. Oh, look, image raw. Ooh. You're right. It's not clear in the docs. Saraid says, oh, it's all down there. There's literally a link to it from the top. And not at the top where it says just run this. Yeah, you're not just trying to run it. You're a developer trying to build it, buddy. Buddy old pal. I just want to open Lenser OS is literally telling you to use a pre-built release. Launching it, it's like, okay, listen, you can use the build system, but you should have already set everything up. It goes running in Lenser OS, then building Lenser OS. And technically, I'm pretty sure I said that the boot media generation is part of the build process, because it is. But you're correct. Once you have boot media, then you can go to the just run this section. Why doesn't the build system tell me to install mtools? Because you haven't made a pull request to make it do that yet, bud. That's why. No, it's because I've never had that happen. I'm literally the only one that's ever compiled this, other than like one other dude, right? So I expected people to read through this. But the fact that they didn't read through this, it's not on them, obviously, right? Or you. This is just a giant list and it doesn't look helpful. I should probably say in the build system, like you said, say, hey, M format doesn't exist. But that used to not be a problem because it used to just use this shell script right here. And if it didn't have M format, well, then run would fail and it would be pretty simple to see what's going wrong. But when I changed everything to use CMake things, I obviously didn't make sure. I mean, it is here. I do find program mtools program. Look, okay, so listen. It should tell you to, it's just your system. You somehow had mtools executable in your path, but not M format. And I don't know how you did that, okay? I don't know how you did that. I was like, wait a second. We do look for mtools. Sir Aid says, because whoever wrote that made it way too complicated. Oh yeah. mtools is the worst thing in existence. I posted something about that in the Discord earlier too, as well. Sir Aid says, nice. Yeah, mtools is just stupid. So is MakeGPT. That's why I don't use them. I wrote my own. That's why I recommend you use CreateGPT, by the way. If you have CreateGPT, you can just use it for ImageGPT. You don't have to deal with fdisk, which fdisk is fine. It's just slow. But if you don't have fdisk, oh no, you have to use MakeGPT, and it's a bad time. It's a bad time, bud. Sir Aid says MakeGPT, not mtools. Lol. Yeah, don't use MakeGPT. is my recommendation. Use my tool. You can it's free and open source on my GitHub. You can just go build it for yourself in like 5 seconds. It's just a C program, no deps. Nice. Where you linked here? I don't know. Oh, here? Oh no. Oh no. The message with the I. Nice. I wasn't clear where it linked to. It was my bad. Yeah, I would assume that this is the issue then. MakeGPT is scary, man. Lamau. 1,000 lines of build system nonsense reduced to 2 shell commands. Lamau. Also, that's Pog. So awesome. Uh-oh. Don't pay attention to that. Because their build system doesn't work. Yeah, it's like a 10-year-old program. How was that the first few bytes that it read? That doesn't make any sense. Also, my fan is going crazy because of the lack of VSync, lol. Yeah, there's probably like 1500 FPS. Lamau. Anyways, I recommend CreateGPT. You can avoid this whole make GPT scenario entirely. And just use a program that I wrote that definitely works. I use it every time. And I tested it on a Linux VM long ago. But yeah, in that case, all you have to do is this. Saraid says, oh, now it's seg faulting on my end, lol. Lamau. Is create GPT seg faulting? Wait, what's seg faulting? Image raw? So this must have popped up when you configured. No, Lenser OS. Oh, lol. Oh, God. What happens when you do file on the images, on the things? Do you get this output? I am curious. I am curious. Wasn't I gonna merge this? Also, the stream is ending in like less than 3 minutes. I have to go. Just a warning. Okay. Yeet. First time chat from Terrifictable. Oh, Terrifictable55 with the follow. Completely missed it earlier. My bad. Anyway. Fuck it. Alright, we merged to PR. Woo-woo! Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, so what we'd now like to go do is go here and probably just get rid of everything. Yes. Fetch all. Yes. Yes. Nearly. Okay. And now, fetch all. Terrifictable, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in. We are just about to end. All right. And there we go. Now we can just do a poll from Codeberg. And we can also remove your fancy remote so that we don't have to do that anymore. Look at us. Look at us. Saraid says, how do I fast forward on Codeberg? Do I have to do that manually? What is fast forwarding? Isn't that just polling? Doesn't Git pull fast forward for you? Because we didn't do a rebase and fast forward. We just did a merge commit. So you should just have to pull. Right? Am I mistaken? On GitHub, there's a button I can click to update the fork. Oh yeah, you have to do that manually on Codeberg. There's no like fix upstream button. Yep, you are correct. You have to do that manually. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You may be able to make a pull request and then immediately merge it. Does that make sense? So if you're here, I think you can make a pull request with your own, yeah, pull from Saraid main into whatever, right? Or whatever you need to do here. This might be Saraid main from Lens Plays Games main, right? Saraid says F. I'll add your repo as upstream. Lol. But yeah. To fast forward it, I'm pretty sure you can just make a pull request and merge it right away. But they have no changes, so they are equal. Apparently, according to Codeberg. Since you asked. Oh, thank you, by the way. This is actually really good. You have M2 4042. That's a good sign. I have 4039. That's just OEM ID. So that's probably just what version of MTools. Because I have a Windows version and you have a Linux version. So that's probably just the OEM of our CPUs. Or not, I don't know. Media descriptor OXF8. 6316 93,000. FAT 32. 721 sectors. Where is that? Sectors FAT 721. 3577. Very different serial number, but I think that's fine. Label is identical. Code offset. OXDE, start AHS. NCHS, start sector 198.3. These are different sizes. I don't know if that's an issue, but it seems like it would be an issue. So maybe make GPT is making an incorrectly sized thing. Like not that you're doing it, but the command that's running it. I have to go so bad. I'm so late. Lamau. Well, hey, we got somewhere. We got somewhere. This isn't too bad, huh? It's just a null instruction fetch, you know? It's like the instruction pointer isn't being updated properly. Luxem 2.4, yeah. Interesting. I have no idea what the issue is. I'm so sorry. I will do my best to figure out what it is. I promise. And as soon as I can, I'll be back on. But right now I gotta go. Some people are waiting on me. Probably longer than I should have made them wait. Saraid says, all right, I've managed to merge it. Hey, should have just been a git pull. Or you have to do yeah, you can do a merge from remote. Git merge, fast forward only, upstream main. Nice. Oh, nice. So you were able to merge fast forward only in upstream main. Interesting, interesting. I don't think I've ever actually done that because I've never forked something and then updated it without GitHub. So you're probably running into the same problem I would have run into in the same situation. That's really cool. We're good. We did it. We did it, chat. It's done. Go run Lenser OS. See if you can get it working. Figure out what's going on. Why can't we access user space buffers from a syscall? What's going on? Why? If you can tell me, that'd be great. You probably can't. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the links down below. What just happened? Be sure to check out the links down below. Check out the YouTube where you can find all my previous broadcasts. All the VODs are up there. You can find stuff about the compiler, stuff about the OS, stuff about a text editor, stuff. I've made a lot of stuff. Go check it out. There's also the GitHub and Codeberg down below where you can find all my free and open source software. I very much recommend doing that and building it for yourself and, you know, just being part of the open source community. It'd be sweet. I'd love to see you send a screenshot of a software of mine you built. Send it in the Discord. That'd be sweet. Speaking of, join the Discord. It's a ton of fun. People love it. And we just share. We learn a lot together too. We share memes. Stallman is triggered, right? Memes are the best part, really. Turn to page 54. Page 54, Lamau. Is that against toss? No, it's fine. I'm just messing with you. But this is a good idea. This is a good idea. Join the Discord, ask me questions directly. You can talk to anyone in the community, share what you're working on in code review. We talk about linguistics, you can get help. Just go there. Click that button. Click the goddamn button. And yeah, I'd really appreciate that. On top of that, make sure to subscribe, follow, do whatever the buttons tell you to press. And that's all I have for now. Be sure to check out the donate button down below if you would like me to read your message on screen or give you a shout out on stream, not on screen. But I can give you a shout out. Just leave a little donation down below and I will do it at the next convenient time. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I will see you in the next one. It is my time to bid you adieu. And not be late, because I'm very late already. I should have left at 2. Oh well. Anyways, thanks all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Sir Aid, if you have questions, feel free to like DM me on Discord directly, or just talk about it in the Discord. We'll get it fixed. I'll do my best to help you. Bless. Shout outs to all of you wonderful viewers, and thank you for watching. I love you all. I'll see you then. Bye bye. Ta-da, Sir Aid. Ta-da.